That look good, hon?
Oh, yeah.
Look at this window.
I'm looking. Nice.
I did that all by myself. Oh, it took me 3 hours.
Chris said, oh, I'll probably have the roof done by the time you get that damn window in.
That might be my cuts too, Dad.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. That's fine. Don't worry about it.
I didn't want to come up here when the nail gun was
Yeah, no, that's good, Chris. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It ain't going nowhere. The fascias really doesn't matter on there because it's not going to be open. Are you good? You want that other piece of
Siding? Yeah.
Well, here we are again, folks. There's my son anyway, hard at work as always. I'm meandering around down there doing not too much probably. But yeah, he's Dad, don't lift that. That's all right, Dad, don't do that. Dad, you're an animal. You shouldn't be lifting that, Looking out for me. At any rate, I don't know if I mentioned it in the last video, but I actually fell off a ladder right on this corner that we're looking at here. And I just, I wasn't way up. I just a couple feet and just landed on my side. It just bruised my ribs a little bit. It was sore for a little while, but no problem. So obviously I got grounded. Wasn't able to go up on the ladders anymore, according to Miss Jocelyn. So I just wasn't paying attention. It wasn't this day. It was toward the end of the day, and I was getting a little leg weary from going up and down. So, but anyway, yeah, I got to be more careful, and she reminds me. At this point right now, today is Wednesday the 25th. This was obviously back the week after Christmas. I'm just getting some of these videos edited and posted, but at this point the edition is done and closed in, and I'll show some videos and pictures a little later, not today but another time, of the inside and what I've done and how I've set it up. And I've got this shop, which is the main shop. We got this edition, which is 12 by 20. The original shop that we added on to is 12 by 20. And then I've got that metal building. As some of you that have been with me when I gave a shop tour, I had my wood lathes in that building. I've since transformed that into storing my lawn care equipment. I think I've already mentioned this, but I put my weed eaters and blowers, and then on one side I built a nice rack, and I got a nice storage locker in there. I got a tool bench at the end with some stuff on it, and then on the right side I keep my lumber that I keep on hand. Well, again, I'll be showing pictures of that and videos of that. So, but I like the way it's set up. I'm really enjoying it. Starting to get cleaned up and organized, and getting some other little projects started. So that'll be good. But as I said, this was a fun project. It was great to have Chris here. And, I say help me. He did 99% of the work and did a great job. We've had, 3 or 4 days of heavy rain, wind blowing and all that. There's not a drop of water coming in that thing anywhere, and which was the biggest problem I had before, and that's why I tore it down. I had wet and moldy and all that. So at any rate, I'm going to let this run for a while and let you hopefully enjoy it. I mean, it's not earth-shattering video. It's not taking a forest and making it into a park like I did over at the other place. But again, it's my simple life. It's things that I enjoy, and I enjoy my shop and being at home here with my wife and dog, and enjoying our property. So I'll let this go for a little bit and let you watch Chris do his thing.
Nice. Don't worry about it. No, thanks. Great. Okay. I'm gonna talk to you again. Sure. Yeah. I'll check this end for you.
Gotta be long. I don't know. No, not there.
All right. Spotlight on you. There's a good section of the video coming up of the roof and how we attached it on top there. It's basically a lean-to style, coming right off the original roof. The original roof was a 612 pitch, and we just came off at a very, very shallow angle, just enough to let the water run off. Chris did a great job of nailing those rafter ends into the original rafters on the shop, under the shingles there. He got those all nailed right into the original one, so it's good and solid. I mean, it is good and solid up there. I think we got 12-foot rafters right here, so it's a good span. Then with the OSB and the shingles on it, you know, it's a lot of weight, but we've got them 16 on center, and it's done the right way, basically. And being in the shop with the way these things are, you can see that they sit up on the roof a little bit, so I've got some headroom in the shop, and it really opens it up a lot. And again, you'll see all that. I just haven't gotten to that point in the videos yet, but we'll get it up there as soon as we can. But it's a nice shop. I like it. You know, I enjoy it. And my son was funny. He not funny, but he loves the tools, loves working with these tools and stuff, and you know, he really had a great time doing this, I think. He's back working in Florida now, so back in sunny, warm weather. But this was a great project. I got some other projects, so lined up. Some things I want to do around the house. I don't know if I'll actually do them. The front of the house, I don't know. I've put a picture up before, but the front of the house, the porch only covers half of the front. It was added on probably a few years prior to us buying the house, and I'd like to extend it all the way across the front, which is, it's a project that I won't do myself. If I can get Chris to come up and help me, that's great. If not, I'll hire it out. Just got to, put 2 6x6 posts to carry the beam for more rafters that go up onto the original roof. But it's just a wish of mine, something I've wanted to do. I don't know. To me, it just doesn't look finished with the porch just halfway. But I mean, there's no problem there. I just would like it to go all the way across the front of the house. So we'll see in the future. Plenty of time. No rush to do anything. Just working on my projects inside. I've got 3 or 4 different projects that I started a couple of years ago. One is, a metal working thing on my mill and my metal milling machine and metal lathe. I've got a couple of woodworking projects that I started a few years ago. So I've got some unfinished business in there, which is good. I can get to it now. Plus, I got some things to make for around the house. Right now, I'm making we have a cabinet in the kitchen for our coffee bar, so to speak, and it's kind of low, so I'm making a chopping block top for it and raising it up about 6-8 inches. I think 6 inches. So I'm in the middle of doing that. I glued up some southern yellow pine, and we'll see how that turns out. Let's see, got that going on. Well, Jocelyn wanted an air fryer, and we couldn't decide which type to get, the basket type or the like the oven type. So we got we got one of each, and she loves them now. In fact, today we had she cooked some potatoes and vegetables in each one of them. Boy, that was good. So yeah, so I'm working on that right now. That's not a major project. It's just a shelf that'll sit up 6-8 inches, and we'll have room under it to put the coffee filters and her remotes for her TV in the kitchen and the Roku. So yeah, little things. I got a repair job to do on my vinyl plank flooring. I got a couple of seams that have opened up a little bit, so I'll work on that. But we're getting there. Not planning on going anywhere. Enjoying our time here. It's been a pretty mild winter. We had that cold spell before Christmas, but it's been relatively mild. We're starting to get some rain. We've had rain all day today, and we'll have it all night. So anyway, let's let Chris continue to do his thing.
I cut it 25 and a half. It's 48 wide.
3.5.
And this is only 18, so I can use that for this.
Alright.
One more sheet.
That's it? I'll grab 2.
There's gonna be leftovers.
I don't care. It's lumber. I'll grab 2 sheets.
Yeah, I gotta have it all the way up.
Anything else you can think of? How those nails holding out? Because we'll have to use those for the siding.
Oh, I got probably half a box.
Okay, well,
And I'm almost
just
done.
take the siding up. I'm getting more nails tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll use them up.
You know, watching Chris work and me being out here doing this stuff, building it reminds me of before I joined the Air Force way back in the 70s. Shortly before I joined, I was really wanting to get into carpentry work, you know, building and all that, and I really hadn't done much of any of this stuff. So back then you see an ad in the paper and you call and you go see the guy and they either hire you or they don't. So I saw an ad for a, experienced carpenter wanted to build houses, So I called the guy and set up an appointment and went and met him, and he ended up hiring me. Of course, he asked me if I knew how to do this and that and the other thing, and I said, oh yeah, I know how to do all that stuff, and I didn't know how to do any of it. I'd never done any of it. You know how to hang gutters? Yeah. Oh yeah, I know how to hang gutters. You know how to cut rafters? Oh yeah, no problem. Stairs? Yep. So, and I didn't know how to do any of it. Well, he was the type of guy that had a foreman, and he didn't stay on the job site all the time. So that first day I showed up, and I went directly to the foreman, and I said, look, dude, I lied my butt off to get this job. I need a job, and I'll work hard, and I'll do whatever you want me to do, but I've never really done this work. I've got some tools here. But he said, don't worry about it. No problem. We'll help you out. And, boy, I'll tell you what, this guy was, I don't remember his name, but he was fantastic. He he showed me how to do stuff, and you know, the owner never caught on, and you know, it worked out really good. I think what helped is I told the guy, I said, look, I'm gonna work hard for you. You know, I'll do whatever you want me to do. You know, and I did. You know, I was young and I worked hard and learned, and I had a few different jobs building. You know, I probably built, and this was back like in the early '70s. Back then we didn't have air guns and all that stuff. It was all hand nail and hand shingle and all that. And you know, I see my son carrying shingles up on this roof, and I remember being able to do that stuff. And now I can barely pick up a bundle of shingles. I mean, I can lift them, but you know, I don't think I could throw it on my shoulder and climb a ladder with them, or carry two sheets of plywood up on the roof or something like that. But it brings me back to those days. And I'm glad I did it. I learned a lot from this guy, and we went from framing the houses to doing like hanging the windows and doors and doing some interior trim. Never did any sheetrock, but you know, did some finished work. And then I had my father-in-law had a good friend who was a finish carpenter. He was really good, and Ray and I just kind of got some nighttime jobs. You know, I was working building houses, and Ray was working his business, and we got some part-time jobs at night and stuff. And he taught me a lot about finish carpentry. So I'm glad that I did it. You know, it's I don't know. To me, it's important to work with my hands, and you know, owning a home, being able to, you know, fix things myself. And you know, just the other day, Jocelyn said, "Uh-oh, my bathroom faucet won't shut off. It just keeps dripping." And, you know, it's one of these, I think the faucet is like 8 years old. And nice faucet. But it's one of these deals where, you know, you go to find a cartridge for that particular faucet, and you know, they're obsolete now. They don't make them anymore, you know. And the guy said, well, I can order you one. It takes 6 weeks and blah, 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 all this stuff. And I said, you know what? Give me another faucet just like this one. And I just bought another faucet and put it in. Yeah, I'm gonna get a couple extra cartridges and keep them on hand for this one, you know, while it's still good. But you know, back in the day, you had a leaky faucet. You know, you turn the water off, you take the bonnet off, and you put a rubber washer in there, and that's it. You know, but now it's all changed. The same with my outdoor shower. I had one of those, not diffuser, but the mixer valve. You know, where you pull the handle out and turn it left or right to get hot and cold and all that, and just it mixes the water right in it. Well, it froze during a cold spell. We were down to 20 degrees for 3 or 4 days in a row, and I hadn't drained the lines out there at the outdoor shower, and that thing just cracked and fell apart. And I was bound and determined I'm not getting another one of those. I just wanted one of the old-time brass fittings with a handle on each side and mix the cold and hot yourself. And I did. I found one. It was inexpensive and put that in. So anyway, a lot to be said for doing this stuff on your own. I enjoy the work. I enjoy tinkering with things. And, you know, if there's something I don't know how to do, I come right here to YouTube, you know, or the internet. You know, I have people ask me, say, "Oh, how'd you know how to do that?" You know, go to YouTube or look it up on the internet, watch some videos. You know, talk to some people. So anyway, good to be somewhat self-sufficient as far as maintenance and maintaining a home goes. Yeah, I mean, I'm certainly not a master plumber, carpenter, or anything, but you know, I can get by on my own property. You know, there's some things that I do on my property and some ways that I do things that, you know, probably wouldn't be acceptable if I was doing it for a living, you know, for someone else. But the end result is always, it works. So, well, listen, folks, thanks for joining in again. Getting a lot of nice comments. We appreciate it. You know, I'm glad folks still want to see some things that we're doing. And again, I'm just going to try to keep it my simple life, some woodworking and, you know, things like that. But I'll continue to post videos until Chris gets this job done, and then I'll show you some things on the inside and some other things I'm doing. So thanks again, folks, for watching. We really appreciate it, and hope you all have a great day.
half out of me. Alright, no one's hurt, everyone's fine. And shutting down, shutting down.